Good evening. I'm Chanel, vehicle title expert and owner of Wisdom and Authority Title Solutions. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank y'all in advance for subscribing. Tonight, I will be talking about why your title and registration transaction is delayed at the dealership level, things you need to be aware of, and how you can minimize or eliminate the delays on your part. Okay, so I want to start off by sharing a lot of times the dealers, when they're processing the title and registration transactions on your behalf, they are not aware of certain requirements or certain things as it pertains to getting you title and registered. There could be issues they are not aware of until they submit the work to an agency such as Wisdom and Authority, my agency, or they submit it to the DMV, and then one of us will advise the dealer that additional information is requested. So I did feel the need to, share that important piece of this process. Now, when it comes to you guys dealing with the dealer, okay, there are certain delays that can be prevented. What I'm going to share, they may seem kind of, minimum or basic, but nevertheless, they can impact your transaction. So I want to start off by saying that if you purchase your vehicle and you have a lien on your vehicle and you decide to refinance your vehicle a short time after, before your title work is completed, this will delay your transaction. Okay. And the reason why it's going to delay it is because the first lien holder has not gotten the title or secured title yet, with them being reflected as the lien holder. So that's going to be the delay. And then some or all of the paperwork may have to be redone as well. Another delay is going to be if you guys want to make special requests pertaining to your registration after the fact. Okay, so if you decide after you purchase the vehicle that you don't want the standard plates the dealership gave you, and by the way, or I want to transfer plates, or I want to get a specialized name or a special plate, that's going to also impact your transaction, because now, depending on how far along the title process is, the paperwork may need to be redone, or the dealership may have to put it on hold and until they get your request submitted with the paperwork. Another issue that I see is folks wanting to add a spouse or add someone on their title transaction after it has already been submitted. Okay. And then finally, sometimes the dealership will need to reach out to you, the consumer, for more documentation or information as it pertains to your title work. So keep those areas in mind when it comes to you making your purchase at the dealership. Okay, the title process is not always very basic. While you have these requests and these desires pertaining to your title transaction, a delay can and oftentimes do occur, which will impact your transaction overall when it comes to the timing of it. Okay. Now, another delay could be once DMV receives your paperwork, it could be a system outage or an error. Okay. The system could be down. It could be updating. These things, of course, happen, and, there's no way around it, unfortunately. So, aside from that, the DMV may also have an issue when they're keying in your transaction pertaining to the title number and the VIN. This will also delay your transaction. So when this happens, the DMV will need to do more research through the National Title Database called NVIDIS. And sometimes they may need to even do a full VIN inspection on the vehicle if, the VIN is coming up inaccurate. Another delay with your paperwork once it gets to DMV, it could be simply a backlog that the DMV is experiencing. I know that, we've passed COVID, but some states, some DMVs are still experiencing backlogs and staffing issues, which are causing a major delay in the title and registration process to be completed, again, depending on your state. Moving forward, another area that can cause delays would be vehicle related stops. And when I say stops, I shared this in a prior video. I'm speaking of matters or unfinished business that would impact your registration transaction. Examples of stops could be unpaid personal property tax, unpaid tolls, SR22 insurance related matters, emission stops, unpaid parking tickets, and the list goes on. So when it comes to these type of matters, a stop arises because you did not pay or satisfy the requirement at hand for these issues that I just mentioned. You didn't complete it at hand, or you didn't get them done within a certain time frame. So the DMV was notified of the matter that was unfulfilled. So, you want to be aware of those, try to be proactive and take care of that, matter as soon as possible if it applies to you. Now, there are some things you can do to be proactive and minimize or eliminate your title and registration delays. Now, I understand you cannot control everything at the dealership level or the DMV level, but you want to try to communicate your desires of your transaction with the dealership up front, okay? And understand whether or not they can do that. Ask questions. Can it be done? Do not assume. So you want to make sure you have the right documentation up front. Try to ask questions about the length of time and, how long it would take. And again, can the transaction be done or not? Even as it pertains to the refinancing. Again, you want to make sure you have everything at your disposal up front sooner than later. Okay. When it comes to stops, and I skipped the DMV level because you really can't control the DMV component per se. So when it comes to the stops section, make sure the DMV has your correct address on file. Okay. Sometimes you might also be able to, enter into an agreement with the authority at hand, Commissioner of Revenue, the Parking Authority, and enter an agreement with them so that the stop can be removed. Sometimes it will work, sometimes it will not, but at least you can try. So you want to be proactive when it comes to these matters. Be abreast, stay in communication with DMV to make sure they have ways of reaching you in a timely manner and communicating with you so that you would not be surprised that you have a stop on your record, especially in the time when you're trying to title and register your vehicle. If you have any questions pertaining to your title and registration transaction, if you purchase from a dealership and you want to know why, it's taking a while for it to get done, please visit me and my team at wisdomandauthority.com or drop me a line below. Please check me out on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Please click share and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.